Hola a todos, después de ser brutalmente golpeado por los fans de Tsitsipas, por fin he vuelto a hacer videos. Now that I have given Nadal fans some PTSD with that hola a todos, let's talk about the Madrid Masters, and without a shadow of doubt, these 2 weeks sucked. At least in my opinion, they were kinda boring, they dragged on, and the whole 2-week Masters format just doesn't work for me. It's just not needed. Now that we have watched 2 weeks of Madrid, we, in an ideal scenario, have to still care about Rome. And after that, we still have to care about the French Open. Don't get me wrong, I like tennis, but it doesn't mean that I want to watch it all day, every day. And in general, these Masters tournaments on the road to the French Open are just devaluing one of the 4 of the most important tournaments in tennis, because objectively, what will be the difference between them? Duration of the tournament is the same, draws will be similar, the only thing that's different is the best of 5 format, and in this instance, it's worse because I'll have to sit through 5 hours of boring pushing, whilst people will pretend that it is some super intellectual, pure form of tennis, which is the sentiment that I don't agree with as well. And you know, congrats to the champions of the Madrid Masters, congrats to Jan-Lennard Struff on his career resurgence. Fuck Aryna Sabalenka all day every day though, but unfortunately most of the stuff on the court was overshadowed by discussions around the tournament. Some of them were understandable, like the weird thing where models were ball girls only for the men's matches, which in my opinion is just kinda useless, because even if we look at it from the most surface level point of view imaginable, then I, as a man, would never go to a men's tennis match to look at beautiful women. If I wanted to see them, I would go to the club, or to the bar, or I would use one of the greatest inventions in the history of the world, internet, to do so. And you can interpret the last thing that I said as you wish, so I do agree that these model ball girls are unnecessary, but the one discussion that blew my mind by how stupid it was the supposed cake scandal, or whatever the fuck you want to call it. Basically, for those who don't know, Carlos Alcaraz was given a much bigger cake for his birthday than the one that was given to Aryna Sabalenka for hers. Yep, that's it. That's the whole problem, but leave it to chronically online people to make a big deal out of it. And in my opinion, the only time when the size of the cake should matter is if you are judging a twerking competition. But it looks like I'm in the wrong here, because even a player like Vika Azarenka was so outraged about it that she needed to talk about it on Twitter, because clearly that was such an important topic that it needed addressing. Not the poor scheduling, not the before mentioned weird model ball girls. No. The most important thing was the cake size discrepancy. By the way, she is in a WTA Players Council, so she could influence some real change, but again, it's easier to be outraged about some stupid shit than actually doing something useful. 2 of the biggest young stars in tennis, Emma Raducanu and Amanda Anisimova, have announced that they will not play tennis in the foreseeable future. Emma is battling injury woes that she is trying to fix by getting 3 surgeries. Yes, 3 surgeries, and Anisimova is going through mental health struggles that have made playing tennis unbearable. And I wish those ladies the very best in their respective recoveries, because I can't wait for them to get back to their best and shut some of the critics up. But guess what has the elected locker room leader Vika Azarenka done in that regard? Nothing. Not even a comment that wishes them both well or a like on the post. And some of you might think that it's such a trivial thing to focus on, but don't you think that Emma and Amanda would appreciate such gesture from the veteran of the locker room? And if we don't want to talk about trivial things, then there is a huge group of people that we all know of that would appreciate just measly 1 or 2 sentences of support, but Vika doesn't take the chance to do so as well. In press conferences there is always silence when the subject is mentioned, because everyone knows that it's easier to play victim and talk about irrelevant shit like the difference in cake size, right? Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and until next time, take it easy, my friend.